Hi everyone, Miss Cress here. I'm going to show you what we are talking about with this ebook project for classification of matter. You guys should have gotten this paper to tell you what your objectives are and what we're actually looking for this classification of matter book. You're going to be using Book Creator, so if you haven't already downloaded Book Creator, it's the app that's colorful down there that has the scissors and the outlined book. You need to download that from your self-service. Anyway, objective is to construct a book connecting similar vocabulary terms and develop an understanding of the matter vocabulary. So the first part is you guys are going to define the 10 terms and figure out examples that go with them. You're going to get the terms from the book. I don't want you guys to use the internet to look this up. I don't want you to use Siri. I want you to use the books that we have in the cabinet in the classroom. So the examples that go with those come right from it. So you guys are going to look directly from the book and put that in there. The big reason why I'm going over this ebook creator is to show you exactly what we're looking for. I want to know how you're going to connect a topic to the vocabulary that you learn about so that you can remember the terms better. That's the whole reason why we're making this book. So the first thing is, with the information you've gathered from part 1, you're going to construct a flowchart in Book Creator. So what does that mean? Well, first you need to go to Book Creator, and I'm going to go to our sample book that we created. And the first thing that you're going to do is you're going to create this flowchart. Now, this is an example flowchart. So your 10 vocabulary terms are going to look like this, and you're going to have them in a specific format. So if you look at the image at the top, you have something that's really, really broad, and then it goes to something that's very detailed at the bottom. So let's say I'm looking for a person that's in Mrs. Schermeyer's 3rd period class. How do I get there? What's my broadest topic I can use? Well, that's Littlestown Area School District. So once I start with the first one, I want to get more and more detailed as I go down. So I'm going to go back to my guidelines and say each page should contain a term, its definition, and a picture of an everyday real-life example of that term. You should also explain how that term is related to the previous term. So since the first one that we're doing is Littlestown Area School District, it doesn't really pertain to any of the previous terms. We just have this here. We have the definition, which is what Littlestown Area School District is, the term, and a picture of the school. So if you go back to the explanation, all of your pictures should relate to the same topic. So all of my pictures in my ebook now should relate to Littlestown Area School District. So we have the high school, we have science, chemistry, and then Miss Schermeyer and Miss Cress. The terms are connected to one another. You should place your main page in between each strand. So what do we mean by strand? Well, if you go back to your flowchart, you see how Littlestown Area School District is divided into 3 different strands. We have the high school strand, the middle school strand, and the elementary school strand. In between each strand, I want to see this flowchart. So, again, starting at the top, we have Littlestown Area School District. Well, now we're changing strands, so I want my flowchart again. Now I'm going back to ACEs. So, going to talk about ACEs. What is ACEs? Well, there's the term ACEs, there's the definition, and then there's the building. Well, that's the end of that strand, so I have to go back and I have to explain my middle school strand. So my next one should be the definition of what the middle school is, what its term is, obviously MAMS, and then the building. That's the end of that strand. So now I need to go back to my main flowchart and go down to the high school strand. Again, here's Littlestown High School. There's the definition and the picture. Now I'm dividing again. So I have science, and I have physics, and I have chemistry. So science, what is science? See how it says science stuff there? That's not really a definition. So the definition is the one below it, which would be the observation, identification, description, and investigation of the phenomena. But I need a little bit better picture of what science would be. You could use the actual classroom, you could use periodic table, you could use anything, but science stuff isn't really a very good explanation, especially with that picture. Next, I need to explain what chemistry is, so I'm going to go down that thread, and hey, there's a picture of periodic table. Continuing on, I'm going to talk about physics. What is physics? And then I have a blank screen because we didn't do the whole entire thing. But anyway, hopefully you guys have the gist of what you're doing. If not, I will be back to talk to you guys about it. But you guys can see that you have a table to fill out your terms and definitions and your example. And then you have your example for your flowcharts on the side there. What you should probably do is do a rough draft of your flowchart first before you add it into your ebook. If you would like to see how to add something to your ebook, like we made these flowcharts, like these, we go to the end. If you add, you can add text, you could use the pen, you can add photos. You can also add shapes. So if you wanted to add a shape, you could do that. That's where the arrows came from. So that's where you guys need to go to actually create the flowchart itself. So hopefully, I know that was a little long video, but hopefully you have a better understanding of what you guys are going to be doing. And